You find me here at Adelaide Airport, where we're about to go get 3 flights, 1 day earlier than expected because of things that are happening in the world. I'm going to explain that as the video goes on, but to start with, we need to get a domestic flight from here in Adelaide to Melbourne, and then we're flying international via Hong Kong to London on Cathay Pacific. We weren't meant to be flying them, but we are today, so let's get going. We find ourselves at Adelaide Airport, where normally I'm on that side of the glass going on an international flight, but today we're on the other side of the glass because we're doing a domestic first of all. As I mentioned outside, the flights have changed quite a lot from the original plans. So where are we flying to and from? We're flying here from Adelaide. We're going to Melbourne domestically on Qantas. We'll then fly from Melbourne to Hong Kong in economy, and then economy on from Hong Kong to London. All up, it's about 28 hours that we've been on the move for. The original plan was with Emirates. We were originally going to fly with Emirates all the way through the Middle East, but with the Middle East crisis that's happened, those flights were cancelled and the options for us were limited with Singapore Airlines, Malaysian or Cathay Pacific. Cathay Pacific came out the winner because we hadn't done Hong Kong's. With an added challenge, yes. The other half has got a challenge for me as well. As we go through an airport, we need to find luggage that matches the international flags where we're travelling to. So here on the screen, we've got the English flag because we're going to the UK. We've got the Irish flag because we're going to Ireland, and we're also stopping off at Hong Kong as well. So we've got the Hong Kong flag. I need to find those colours of those 3 flags via the hand luggage that people carry around as an added challenge. But I can only do that when I'm in the international section, and until we get to Melbourne and get through international customs, then we'll be able to do that next stage. We're about to do leg 1, which is from here in Adelaide to Melbourne on that Qantas jet just there. Yes, we're flying the Kangaroo over to Melbourne, and then when we arrive in Melbourne, we're flying internationally. Now, I've never done international from Melbourne before, so you're coming along for the first time on my experience of what international flights out of Melbourne are like, but we've now just got to wait to get on. We're about to get on that and fly to Melbourne. It's a pretty cool experience on the runway here in Adelaide. Hey.
Fine, thank you.
And when the signs are on, for your safety, we recommend everyone keep it fastened and visible at all times.
We've just left Adelaide and we are on our way to Melbourne. When we get to Melbourne, we've got to go through international departure lounge, so we've got to go through customs. Once through customs, we then have to find our gate. Luggage goes straight through from Adelaide to London, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just a matter of getting through customs when we arrive in Melbourne. There's about 3 or 4 other flights out of Melbourne tonight, so we don't know how busy it's going to be. We've got about 2 hours. Plus, I've got the luggage challenge. There's a lot to do when we land in Melbourne, but right now it's enjoy a snack or 2 and sit back and relax and try and stay awake on this leg as long as we can. We're coming to land. It's dark out there, so there's not much to see, so next time you'll see me is when we're in Melbourne Airport.
On behalf of all of us here at Qantas and One-Well, thank you for choosing to fly with us. It's been our pleasure to have you aboard. Look forward to seeing you again the next time you travel. If you're visiting Melbourne, hope you enjoy.
to international. You couldn't have asked for a better gate to land at. It's now time to get off. Welcome to Melbourne. We've finally landed in Melbourne after the flight from Adelaide. We're now about to go through the international gates, and once we're through international gates, I'll then speak on the other side. Remembering the challenge, I have to look for red, white and blue luggage, green, orange and white luggage, and red and white luggage for the flags, for the flag challenge that the other half is set. But it is now time for us to depart Melbourne and head on our second leg, the Cathay Pacific flight to Hong Kong. Let us go through international departures now. The duty-free shop. It's massive here in Melbourne, and there is free samples. Free samples? Oh, I don't drink alcohol, so it's wasted on me. We can tick off. There's a red suitcase. Oh, there's a green. Oh, there's a green suitcase. Excellent. So we've had a red and a green. Orange. Orange. We need a white. We need a white, and we've got the Irish flag. I wasn't expecting to get orange that quick and that easy, but to pick up the green and the orange, we need white to go. We've got a red, so we need 2 whites, 3 whites, but we're on target. That was cool. If it wasn't almost midnight, there's a bear joke in that. I just can't bear it. And just out that window is the Cathay Pacific plane that's taking us to Hong Kong. And then in Hong Kong, we've got a very short transfer to get over from one plane to the other for our flight to London. We're flying economy on Cathay Pacific. So Cathay Pacific has been named the best economy class airline in the last 2 years. And we're about to go find out what it's actually like with a family. So that's the other half, the Moo and myself, on a flight to London, starting right here in Melbourne. First leg is 9 hours, second leg is 14 hours. They are on 2 different types of planes, I'll say later in the film, but let's now jump on board. We have a Navy suitcase. That's the Navy done. Second leg, this is a 9-hour flight to Hong Kong, and we're about to get on board.
Welcome board. Welcome board.
Thank you. Come here. Let's go. Hiya. Thank you. We're in the seat ready to depart Melbourne. It's priority boarding, so we were able to get on first. I'd love to show you out the window, but we've got a very foggy window, so I don't know what kind of footage we're going to see of any takeoffs. On arrival at our seat, we are given a blanket that's waiting there, and also a small pillow. This is what's waiting for us in our seat. I've got to say straight away, sitting here, we haven't taken off yet, as you can see out the window. I've got to say straight away, the amount of legroom in this economy seat is quite large. There is quite a lot of legroom and space to get gear in. We've been able to put in, just to show you, we've got in a little plate here, we've got the headphones, we've got a Bluetooth device here, plus some extra holders as well. You are given onboard headphones for their audio system. It does come with cable. We'll have a look at that later on in the flight. Legroom, as I said, is pretty cool compared to the domestic Qantas flight, which as you expect it isn't. There's a good amount of leg space there. I've actually got plenty of room underneath there as well. So I'm really, right now, happy with the legroom. Will I be happy with the legroom in 9 hours? Well, we'll find out. And that is the display in front of us at the moment. Very much like the Qatar flight last year, that screen that we took, and there is a description, in the description, that Qatar flight below. So that is what we've got so far. I do apologise about the interference. Hopefully it's not too bad. We are running late. It's 11:40. We're supposed to depart at 11:45. There is plenty of people still getting onto this and they haven't even done the countdown yet. So pushing that time limit that we've got in Hong Kong, this is where it's going to get interesting now, where this flight lands us in Hong Kong, because everyone else boards the little one. She's already asleep and we haven't even left. Just pushing back from the gates now and we're about to take off to Hong Kong. 9 hours on the 777-300. So far, these seats are really comfortable, really comfortable.
Just after an hour, our first meal arrived. I went for the pasta dish. There was also a noodle dish on offer. The pasta, although looked okay, was not great. It was very underwhelming. The pasta changed temperature depending on what side of the dish you ate it from. Some of it cold, other parts were warm. The side dishes, which included meat and fruit, at 1 a.m. in the morning, the fruit's okay, but meat, less said the better. And don't get me started on the ice cream. It was just too frozen to actually eat. Overall, this comes in at 5.4. It was just an underwhelming meal.
We've got 7 hours left of this journey to Hong Kong. I'm now going to try and get some shut-eye as we fly somewhere over the middle of Australia. We've had some dinner. It's now time to get some rest, because if we don't, it's going to be a long old trip to London on the next leg. I'm going to turn this off and let's get some sleep.
After 3 hours sleep, how was the seat?
It's actually a really soft seat. It's comfortable. So the headrest stays out, stays up as well, and you can actually manage it to your head. It's actually a really push back, tension, comfortable headrest. So as you see there, the headrest there. The seat itself, as I said, when we took off from Melbourne, it's actually quite a large amount of leg space. The people in front have had the seat pushed back, but it hasn't really dented the leg space that you get down there. So there is plenty of leg room to move around. But overall, it's a really good seat. They're just about to serve breakfast, so let's have some scrambled eggs. It's breakfast. The sausage was delicious. The eggs are actually quite fluffy. It doesn't actually show you that well on the camera, but they are nice and fluffy. Overall, this is actually not a bad breakfast. With a spectacular sunrise out the window, breakfast has been served, dealt with, and picked up. We've got an hour and a half left of this flight into Hong Kong, and then we have a very quick turnaround of approximately 60 minutes to get off this flight, to get through the terminal, to get our connecting flight to London. 1 hour with a toddler in an airport we've never been to before. Cathay Pacific say this is doable. We're about to find out in an hour and a half. So let's sit back and enjoy the relaxation as we head into Hong Kong and then on the flight to London with a spectacular sunrise out there, but a quick turnaround coming up. I actually can't get over that sunrise. It is such a beautiful sunrise. The definition of those clouds is spectacular out there. The camera does not do it justice. I've tried the iPhone as well, but the windows are a little bit dirty and it doesn't pick it up, but it is a spectacular looking sunrise out there. Anyhow, let's sit back, enjoy a few more videos and movies, and I will reconnect and speak to you once we've landed in Hong Kong. And welcome to Hong Kong, where I still need to do the luggage challenge, finish off the luggage challenge. We've got an hour and 33 minutes to get from gate 60 to gate 41. And in the luggage challenge colours, I need to still get 3 whites and 2 reds to finish off the luggage challenge whilst in transit. Let's do this. Thank you. Thank you.
We have ourselves a white bag, folks. That is white in front.
And we've arrived in Hong Kong. We now need to transfer through. So following the blue signs with the words transfer up there is where we're headed now, because we now need to head to gate 40 to transfer onto our flight to London. Left the chaos of transfer behind. We have our passports in hand. We're now finding gate 41 and we walk out of the transfer gates and you wouldn't believe it. It's just here. 2-minute walk from transfer.
So we're still on the lookout for bags. There is a red bag going into Global Exchange over there. Excellent. We've done the red side of the United Kingdom flag.
We eye for some white luggage. Oh, there's a white one. We've got a white one. Lady's just gone in that shop with a white bit of luggage. And you'll see it. Bingo, white luggage. So the Irish flag is complete. That is awesome. So the Irish flag is complete. We've still got to find another white bit of luggage to finish off the Hong Kong one. We need another white. Right, let's go looking. We found another white bit of luggage. I'm going to call that white. And there is the plane that's taking us on leg 3, the Airbus. So that plane is taking us on leg 3, the 14-hour flight to London. That is what we're about to just jump on. 14 hours on that is what is ahead of us. Leg number 3, 14 hours. Let's get this done. So as I said, we've had we thought around about an hour and a half. It's been shot down to about 45 minutes. We are now ready to board. It is 20 to 8. We leave at 8:05. So we've got 25 minutes to get on board. So there is no lounge that we're able to do. We do have a lounge pass, but we're not going to be able to use it because of the time that we've got left to get on that flight to London. We're now going to go to the gate and get on board.
Oh, good. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. We just completed the luggage challenge, by the way. Let's go. Yes, sweetheart? We're going down the street. We're going down the ramp to the plane. We've got to go economy, so we've got to go out the back. Be nice to turn left here. And that's transiting through Hong Kong Airport to now get on board. Hey, morning. So we're now settled in the economy seats for our flight to London. It's a bit smaller than the last plane we were on. Legroom is probably just a little less. You can see there with the legroom, just a little less than what we had before. In front of us on the seat, you've got this little grey switch there. You flick that down and that brings you this little section which you can put your mobile phone in there and watch off your mobile phone plus a drink. There's a nifty little section. I've already got some cables and stuff at the back as well for it. So for the flight, that is where I'm going to store some things. And you've also got your normal storage in economy there. Screen size, that size of my hand. Again, touch screen like before. So get that started. English. And it's got the same setup as before, so that's no different to what we had on the previous flight. So in terms of the seat on this one, the headrest isn't as easy to manoeuvre as the previous flight. So the headrest here is a bit stiffer, but it comes in really well. We took off from the gate 10 minutes ago. We're still taxiing at the moment as we head to, let's say, launch this plane into the sky. So we've been in the air around about 2 hours so far, and we've had our first meal delivered to ourselves here, which is a morning tea offering. So noodles, there's a fruit salad, yogurt, bread. That is what it looks like here in economy on Cathay Pacific. Let's get into some noodles. Cathay Pacific are the world's best economy airline, but they're leaving us a little bit questioning that right now with the food offerings here in economy, but let's see if it improves throughout this flight. That is this morning tea served up and had. Look, the noodles were delicious. The dim sims, one of them was stuck to the side of the plate, so I don't know what that was. One of them tastes like pork, and I have no idea what the third one tastes like. Yeah, so I can't really say how good that was. Noodles were great. That's a great little noodle dish. But again, rating this food for where they say their standards are to what is getting dished up at the moment, I'm going to be harsh, and it's between 6.5 and a 7. It's a pass mark. The noodle's delicious. The fruit's sensational, and the yogurt. Where's yogurt? But yeah, food stuck to the plate is not a good sign. That's where it loses those 3+ marks there. So let's go 6.5, and let's sit back and just enjoy the ride. We've still got probably 12 and a bit hours left on this one. Hasn't been much of a viewing trip, this one today. It's over the Middle East area. It cleared up and you could see some salt plains and dry desert. As we left China and Hong Kong, it was overcast, and hitting the outskirts of Europe, it is also overcast and cloudy. So plenty of cloud out there, and that's the weather report from 40,000 feet. It's the old if you don't ask, you don't receive. We asked about an hour ago, is there a little kids pack on board this flight between Hong Kong and London? And whilst we were having a little bit of a nana nap, it arrived. So I think it's a good time now to get in and see actually what we get with the kids pack. Let's open it up and see what is inside this little kids pack. Bit of wood with Cathay Pacific written on it. So there's some shapes. But I think I know what goes on these shapes because there are some stickers. And this is what's in a little kids pack. So stickers to stick on the shapes, and then I guess they just stick in the wood like so. Kids pack. about to have our final meal, which is the sausage pasta, which is going to be coming up in just a moment, with bread rolls, of course. Let's see if this meal redeems itself, because so far they've been average just above, around about sixes. It's all been sixes today. Let's see if this sausage pasta redeems itself and nails a good meal here on Cathay Pacific as we head closer to London. That is the pasta sausage. It actually smells, you can actually smell it, and it smells really nice. That could be a good thing, that it smells good. Let's dig into this and see what it tastes like now. This meal by far is the best one. It's got a bit of kick to it with a bit of spice. The sausages are mashed up into it. The pasta is cooked deliciously. The vegetables that go with it are fresh. You can taste the freshness of the vegetables. This is so far the best meal so far. This is getting 7.5. 14 hours ago we left Hong Kong. It's now time to get off this plane, and we left, just for instance, we left Australia 24 hours ago. We were in Melbourne Airport, and 27 hours ago we were in Adelaide Airport. We are almost there. After 28 hours in the air, we have landed in Heathrow, London. 3 flights, 1 with Qantas, 2 with Cathay Pacific. And it's now time to touch the ground. And that's the flight's done. Now off to get the luggage.
Bye.
Cheers guys, thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you, thank you.
So much.
We're in London. We're going to go get the luggage, then off to a hotel for the night. I'll give a debrief of the trip, my thoughts of the flight in a bit more detail when we get to the hotel later on. And that'll be coming up in just a moment.
I'm now in our accommodation here in the UK and had time to think about the trip and why I still, a few days later, think it was okay, but definitely not the world's best. According to Skytrack, who has voted the world's best economy airline and states on their website, the airline stands out for its high-quality meal options, roomy seats and 4K tech. I'm going to take it apart. I beg to differ on this. We had food that was served warm and cold, ice cream that was actually too frozen, and food stuck to the plate. For me, that's not the world's best. 100% to the roomy seats. This is true. It was a saving grace compared to the other airlines. Industry-leading 4K entertainment system is great, but for me, doesn't make or break a flight. The Kids Pack, a wooden block in which you stick wood into. Compare this to Qatar that gives you nappies, wipes, coloured pencils and paper, plus board games and various other items. And your child gets a sleepy, time soft plush toy to snuggle with. The offerings on Cathay Pacific were nothing like this. Overall, it got us from Australia to England on time and the flights were smooth. The staff were pleasant. It wasn't, however, what we were expecting from them, and it left us underwhelmed by the offerings. So it only gets 3 stars out of 5 for us on this flight. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on what you thought about the trip. And until next time, keep safe and travel on.